Hello, this is Nadine Lajoie, your web TV host at Racing to Success, and I am in vacation this week and I'm just traveling and I just played golf today. I met some new friends yesterday at the fundraising event. So Laurence has that studio antique
Did you say
boutique.
Racing to Success?
Racing to Success. Oh, he's already disappeared.
There we go.
Oh my God. So Laurence, tell us a little bit why you started that.
I will. Let's get out of this sun. Let's get in the shop here.
So he has a nice boutique and collecting stuff since years and years and years. So who is that beautiful lady?
Well, this is the main, the treasure in the shop here. This is my beautiful wife, Sally. and she has to put up with this all the time. So, you know, what can I say?
So,
all I can say is I actually just let you be you, honey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, you guys want to know how to make a fortune? Well, we've had this shop since ever. My old uncle used to take me to all the museums in London, to the British Museum, the War Museum, everything that was there, and I got this ingrained into me of all this old stuff, which carried on, you know, through my life. So I ended up with this shop after I was a scientific engineer and designer in aerospace for 20 years. And I got bored at looking at walls. It was good when I was traveling all around the world, getting shop jobs and contract jobs and what have you. But this is where we've ended up. We've been in this shop, believe it or not, for 26 years. And you might say, how could you be in a shop like this for 26 years? Well, it was like buying a giant lottery ticket, you know. We haven't won the lottery yet, but we've come close. So, you know, you guys, you've always got to, you got to do the best you can in whatever you do in life, you know. Do it to the max. Do it like it's something. If you don't like it, then your boss won't like it, okay? And another thing with your boss, always be on time. Don't be late, because you know you really get your boss upset if you're late. Or if you turn up for an interview late, you ain't got that interview. You know what I mean? Or you might go and ask for a rise, and he'll say to you, "Hey, give yourself a rise. Get here on time." You know? So just do the best you can in life, and when you turn the corner, things will smile at you.
Yes, thank you very much. Good lesson here. And Sally, how did you start that antique boutique, and tell us the story behind that?
Well, I had a corporate job for 25 years. I got into the antiques business because Laurence loved antiques, and when we met, it was something we had in common. I actually got laid off from my job in 2000, and we had a young son, Luke, who at the time was just going into the first grade. So we decided to test working together, and here we are, you know, 14 years later, still doing the same. But I would say when I started out and first got out of graduate school, I followed my principle was called the 3 Ps: patience, persistence, and perspective. I decided I wanted to work for the Disney Channel. I decided I wanted to work for the Walt Disney Company. And I did everything I could to learn as much about the company as I could. I made contacts with them. I fostered friendships. And I got my job.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
Because I had a goal. I didn't let things that happen, you know, life is a bunch of hurdles. So I didn't let those hurdles throw me off my game. I kept my focus. And I made sure that when I was meeting with those people that I followed up with thank you notes. I made sure they knew who I was and that I was different from the rest of the crowd. And I landed my job. And, you know, it led to a really interesting, fantastic career. And here I am at 60, spending every day and night with my husband. Sometimes not, I don't know.
Anyway,
ups and downs. Like a lot of people having that business relationship. My dad was a family business too, with his 2 brothers and his dad, and like and even if you are not in family, there is always something somewhere.
Life is about hurdles. It's about overcoming
hurdles.
Well, every day.
Well, you know, like always answer the phone, because you never know what the phone call is going to be. We got a phone call and they said, "Oh, look, this is a new show, Storage Wars. You might have heard of that." And they wanted somebody to be an appraiser. I answered the phone and I was an appraiser. I did 12 shows.
phone is ringing right at the right time.
Yeah, that's good. And I was going to say, answer the phone. That's what I just said. You got to answer the phone. It could be $1,000 blinking phone call. You know, like Storage Wars. It was a lead to a success story for us. We went from Storage Wars. We did that, and then this is our show that's on Travel Channel. It's called Baggage Battles. And what it was the premise. You've probably seen it. We did 52 shows. At the end of season 4. We're waiting to see what's going to go on from here. You go to airports, you look and you see lost luggage. You don't know what's in it, and you got to buy it. You know, you got to go, oh blimey, I'm going to buy. You know, and it can get expensive. But we've done really good. We got some great items from it, and the show took us all across the world to England, Ireland, Scotland, Canada, even South Africa was the furthest that we went. So, like I said, from answering that one phone call, you got to take the opportunity when it knocks. It might only knock once. So you got to make sure that you grab it with both horns and go for it, okay? You got to go for it. You got to run to success. Like,
yeah.
You got to do it, you know?
Awesome. And can you give us a little tour? I kind of saw that thing over there at $200. Are you kidding me? Like, this is beautiful. You have a beautiful stuff here all around. So
$200,
just give us
everything we give
a little tour.
We give it away here.
Or a little history or story of something that you collected somewhere.
Jackpot. Look at this. It's the cherries. Come on, you cherries. This is a 1940s slot machine. We won it in the show in Vegas on Baggage Battles. It's up for like $8 grand at the moment. I think we paid like $2,500 for it. But you know, if you come in, I'll give you a deal.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So this was in your TV show, right?
Yeah, 1940s Mills slot machine, and then this was made for maybe Treasure Island, the casino, or one of the casinos there. Circus. And talking about circus, young Sally over there was actually in the circus for a couple of years, traveling with Circus Vargas.
Wow, that's awesome.
You know, it's...
And what is the biggest challenge you got in your life, in your business, personal or spiritual, that really like was a moment that changed your life?
Well, the phone ringing, that changed our life. That was the last big moment. Another big moment was I went to a party and then walked this lady into the... And I was like, oh my God. So, you know, that was like love at first sight. And that was Sally, obviously.
25 years now, right?
We've been married 25 years, something like that, yeah. Yeah, another big moment in my life. You know, when I got my first job, I was an apprentice scientific instrument designer. Ended up being a tool maker. I can run any machine in any workshop at the time. Was getting that job because a lot of people wanted that job, you know. So I must have done something good. Go dress to impress. Make sure you're nice and smart, you know, everything is good, your nails are clean, clean your teeth, brush your hair. Go in there and knock them dead, okay? You got to just knock them dead when you go and do that interview, because that's 200 or 300 people after the same job. So you got to be, how do you get to the top of the tree? You know? You got to do the best you can. If you don't get it the first time and you did your best, don't be ashamed or don't be sorry. Just go for the next one, because you know, sometimes like buying a house, you never get the first one. It takes 5 or 6 times, and you end up getting the house.
Awesome.
It's the same in life. You have to keep the momentum going, and make yourself a fortune. You know, be at the top of your game. Whatever it is you want to do the research and check out on it, you know, because if it's video games and you want to be a video, or you want to be a graphic designer, or she can tell you more about this than me. That kind of she's an expert in fine arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, right, honey?
Yeah.
Bachelor of Fine Arts, to the circus, to Disney, to Studio Antiques, whatever.
And, and now she's with you since all that time, and I know that a lot of people they think when they follow their husband or their wife, they kind of letting go their own dream, but you need to have the passion to continue that, right?
Well, you have to remain an individual, because if you lose yourself to somebody else, then at some point in time you're going to be antsy, you're going to want to actually you end up being dissatisfied. So it's always important to follow really what your mind and your heart together tell you to do, not one without the other. You need the combination. But I've got some great jewelry.
Yes, I saw that, and actually I bought one already.
Ooh.
So this is a new jewelry. Yes, I'm back here with Laurence and Sally at the Studio Antique Boutique, and really awesome place. And what is the last lesson you would like to leave our people here?
Well, I would say, you know, whatever it is, what job you get and what you're good at, don't stay longer than 2 years, okay? Move on. Now, in the start, go on, move on. You've learned everything in that place that you can do in 2 years, okay? And move on to another place, learn some more. So the more jobs you have, the more, at least 2 years. So you don't want to be, you know, hopping from job to job, but after 2 years, you should know everything that's going on in the place that you're working. And look for another job, a better job, up the ladder, go up the ladder, okay? End up being the president.
Yes, and then be the president, right?
Right.
So that's what you mean. It's learning, because you are in that boutique since over 20, almost 25 years.
I'm the president here.
You are the president here.
This is the vice president.
The vice president. And Sally, what is the last thing you want to share with us?
I would say you need to follow your heart. If you love something, find a way to make a living doing what you love. You'll be so satisfied. It will make all the difference in your life.
Yeah.
And your education is primary. Without a good education, you're not going to be as lucky or as fortunate to have the opportunities.
Yeah.
You've got to have the education.
Yeah, you have the education, but also the openness to learn more, learn all the time, over and over again, having different mentors, different job, as you said, because you have different angles on everything, right?
Yeah, and be street smart. You can have the education, that's okay, but if you're not street smart, you'll get swiped sideways.
Awesome. So how the people can reach you? What are your contact information?
You can reach us through our website, which is studioantiques.com.
And the phone number, if people wants to call,
is, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Go on.
It's the area code 310-322-3895.
Wow. So thank you very much, and this is Nadine Lajoie, your TV host on her natural look, because I'm in vacation and always discovering different people, different friends. So be sure that you are stay on track and racing to your own success at 180 miles per hour. So have a wonderful week and talk to you soon.
Just do it.
Just do